Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a Q&A for you guys all about being a new mommy, a stepmommy and a mommy with a husband who is not here. So I had asked on Instagram for your questions and I had a ton. This was probably one of my most requested videos to do. So I'm going to jump right in because there was so many questions and I want to answer as many as possible. And let me just say that I already filmed this once and it wasn't recording the whole time. Okay, the first question is by Jade Ashley 23. She said, how do you make time for yourself? You have got to put yourself as a priority next to your husband, your kids, your pets, everything like that. You need to be a top priority. If you don't make time for yourself, you're going to go crazy essentially. So when you're planning out everything you have to do for the day, put that as one of the things you have to do is something for yourself, whether that be a bath or taking a run or going to tan or going to your favorite store. Anything like that, make it a part of your day. Caitlin asked, what are you most excited to do as a mom, or what moments with your babies are you most excited for? I am excited for everything. I just take it in strides. So of course I'm excited for everything like, sporting events, school, birthdays. So right now I'm excited for, of course, Andy to meet Griffin, my husband to meet Griffin. If you are new to my channel, my husband's deployed and he has not met Griffin yet. So when he gets home, I can't wait for him to meet him. I also am excited for Griffin's baptism that I'm planning right now, which is going to be in April. And I'm also, in regards to my other children, Skylie, she is going to be 3 on Valentine's Day. And so we're planning her birthday party right now too. Right now, that's what I'm so excited for. And then after that's over, we'll move on to the next thing, which is going to be going to the beach with all my babies and my family. So I just, like I said, I'm taking it in doses. Margie Ariola XO said, can you tell us how it's been losing weight after having Griffin? Like, has the weight come off pretty fast or is it hard? I haven't had a really hard time. I know everybody's different and I know age is a factor as well. I'm 24, so I still have a pretty fast metabolism. Breastfeeding also burns like, I can't remember how many calories in feeding. So breastfeeding will just melt the fat away, and I've been doing that. I've been trying to stay active and making healthier decisions, but if you didn't know, when you are pregnant, you have cravings, and when you're breastfeeding, you have the same cravings that you do when you're pregnant. So it's hard. I try not to dive into it as much as I used to. Faith Julia XO said, do you want more kids? If so, how soon? I do want more kids, but probably be in a few years. I do have things I want to do for myself first. Like I want to get a degree and we want to get a house, and I know we want to get another dog first. So we got things we want to accomplish before we have another baby, but I do want another baby. Hoop Gal 1 said, I haven't seen you use a stroller yet. Did you get a travel system or a snap and go? I don't have a stroller yet. I just haven't needed one yet, so I don't have one. I would like one, but when it comes to a crib and a pack and play and furniture, as far as like maybe a dresser and a car seat, all of that gets so expensive, and I didn't need a stroller right now, so I just didn't splurge on one yet. But I would like a snap and go because I think they're a lot more convenient, since I already had a car seat, but I didn't have like the bottom. I don't have a stroller portion. I will get one of those. Ariana 4343 said, do you know when Andy comes home? I'm sorry. I'm mixing the lines. Do you think when Andy comes home, Griffin will know who he is? I think he will. I don't think he'll know who he is by looking at him like he does when he sees me. But I think when he talks to him, he'll recognize his voice, because I play videos of Andy talking all the time for Griffin, all the time. I've done that since he was born. And also, we FaceTime. So I think he will recognize his voice. Cody Coma said, what is the first thing you want to do as a family once Andy's home? I want all of us to get in the bed and just cuddle and watch a movie. That's what I really, really want to do, because that'll be the most possible thing to do when he gets home. That's what I want to do more than anything, though. Life Treasure said, what surprised you the most about being a new mommy? What surprised me the most was how much love I could feel. I know it's crazy, and you probably won't understand until you have a child of your own, but while I was pregnant, I felt this love and this bond, right? And I guess I just felt when he was born that it was going to feel the same. Well, from the moment probably we got home, because that's when like reality started kicking in and I wasn't on this high in the hospital, I was, I sat there and I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Like, It was just the craziest feeling, and it was really overwhelming actually, because to love something so intensely, I just felt like, how do you explain? When people say like when they're afraid to love something so much because they're afraid their heart's gonna get broken, that's kind of how it felt, because I'm like, one day you're gonna grow up and you're gonna leave me, and how am I gonna feel if you cut your leg? Like, I'm gonna be so upset. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but I was feeling overwhelmed like that. It was just really overwhelming. I didn't expect to feel so much love for one person, but I did, and I do, and now that it's just kind of, I've gotten used to it, it's better, but at first it was so overwhelming. Megan O'Neill said, was labor and delivery harder or easier than you thought, and what was your favorite part of being pregnant? Being pregnant, I loved just being pregnant, all about it. I just loved walking around like being pregnant, like look at my baby bump, and I loved feeling Griffin inside of me. That was cool, and to have him with me all the time like that close to me. He don't want to sit in his crib anymore. The delivery was actually easier. Well, it was hard, do not get me wrong, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, but the pushing wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Obviously, because I had an epidural, but it wasn't as hard as I thought, Lindsay Butler said, describe being a mom in 3 words. Fulfilling, motivating, and heartwarming. Tori Whitehead said, do you miss being pregnant? Do you feel like you experienced postpartum depression? I think I might have had like moments of postpartum depression. I don't feel like it was like this deep, intense thing where I needed medication or anything like that. But I had moments. Of course, I'm going through a whole lot, not just being a new mom. I was going through a whole lot, or am at the same time. Whoa. Yeah, burp. I miss being pregnant. I do. I liked it, but I do enjoy being not pregnant at the same time. Lotus24 said, Lauren, I'm expecting and was seeing if you have recommendations on where to get cute maternity clothes and the best drinks and foods to eat. Definitely drink a lot of water, because you will feel so much better when you do. Like, I know there was a period, I can't remember when it was was also in the summertime, I didn't drink a little bit of water. I was not drinking as much water as I should have. And when I started drinking more water, I just felt recharged, and I was like, wow, I really need to drink a lot of water. So drink a lot of water. Maternity clothes, I went to Destination Maternity a couple of times, mainly for like big things, like if I went to a party or a baby shower, or when Andy would come home, things like that, I would get a cute top. I got a lot of my bottoms from Ross. They were so much more affordable there. They had like a small maternity section that I could almost always find a pair of jeans or pants or shorts in. Or Target has, a handful of stuff. And it sucks because they had the cutest stuff out now for maternity stuff for winter, but I was pregnant in the summer and their stuff wasn't as cute, but whatever. Al Burton said, do you guys co-sleep? If so, will it stay that way when hubby gets home? We do co-sleep. I know they don't recommend that, but we do. I'll probably put him in his bassinet when Andy gets home, which is still in our room. Sammy977 said, obviously you're incredibly excited for Andy to come home, but are you nervous at all about it? Do you think it will be a difficult adjustment because you've already gotten used to life with the baby, but for Andy, it will be all new again? Also, kind of off topic, will you be taking a YouTube break when he comes home? If you do, it's very well deserved. I doubt I'll take a break, but we'll just see how that goes. My vlogs might be shorter, but I'm not taking a break. I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous to see him. He was 6 months, I was 6 months pregnant when he left, and now I'm gonna be almost 3 months postpartum. So I am nervous. I think it will be adjustment for sure. But we both adapt really well to situations, so I think it'll be okay. But there definitely will be adjusting to do for all of us, every single one of us. Brittany A. Dalton said, are you going back to working at both jobs when Andy gets home? I honestly have no clue yet. Rita Sotelo 20 said, how do you get your baby to sleep through the night? I had my baby 2 weeks after you, by the way. Pretty cool. By the way, you're awesome and gorgeous. I love watching your videos. Thank you, and congratulations. He doesn't sleep through the night, but when he does wake up, it's just to eat, and he's usually like, I usually just grab him and I lay on my side and he lays on his side, and we nurse that way and fall asleep. And it works, and we end up sleeping through the night for the most part. Veronica Marie said, do you get nervous about taking Griffin to run errands? Cannot speak. With you. And if he gets fussy, what works best to help soothe him? Pacifier helps soothe him. I didn't give him one I tried to wait 2 weeks, but I think I ended up waiting, maybe I tried to wait a month. And I think I ended up going 2 weeks and then ended up giving him a Passy. But pacifier works to help soothe him. I have a noisemaker on my phone that plays the rain, and it's called Sleep Pillow is the app, and it is a life saver. I swear. I put it on in the car, in his car seat all the time. It's like a baby whisperer. Snap, and he's quiet. It's so crazy. But I was nervous, so nervous to take him running errands with me at the beginning. But it's been so much better now. Basically, what it came down to was, I don't have a choice. However, I don't like to go in places if it's dark. Sometimes I'll go to the grocery store if I have to. But I like to go in the daytime. And I just am more aware and cautious of where I go and of what time of the day I do. And if it's certain places, sometimes I won't go until I can have like my mom or somebody with me. Sydney M. Kane said, how has your relationship with Blue changed? Is he adjusting well? Does he get very jealous? My dog is my baby right now, and I get nervous thinking about adding a baby. Okay, I have to split my attention 3 ways, but he's still my baby. I hold him at night in the bed, and he adjusted pretty quickly, but he was what the heck for a while, but he's gotten pretty good. KS10182 said, how quickly has your body gone back to normal? Since you were skinny before, did the baby weight come off quickly? Like I said, it but as far as how fast it came off, the day I had Griffin, that night, I took a picture of myself, and I might post it. I need to check and make sure it's not like, I took a picture, and I think I was just showing Andy like how big of a difference my stomach had gone down. I looked about 3 months pregnant, but that's because your uterus is still swollen for, I don't know, I can't remember. I think like 24 hours or something. I'm sorry, my eye was bothering me. Your uterus is swollen. They constantly are coming in and pushing down on it, and it is the most uncomfortable thing in the world to get like everything out, I guess. And so it goes down. I would say maybe a week you feel really, or I did. I felt like I wouldn't even put pressure on my stomach because it felt so weird. Because you're used to it being so tight, and all of a sudden it's like jello. You get used to it pretty, I mean, maybe few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Our Story 92 said, how has Skylie adapted to not being the only child? Love your channel. You're my favorite YouTuber to watch. Thank you. She's adapted pretty good. She has moments where you can tell she isn't used to sharing my attention. Sometimes she'll cry for no reason because she knows Griffin's crying and it gets my attention like that. So sometimes she'll start crying for no reason just to get my attention so quickly. But she loves Griffin. She loves helping. She's a great big sister. If he's crying, she's instantly looking for his Passy. And if she can't figure it out, she's like, I can't do it. He needs you. You know, it's really sweet. So she's a great big sister. Morgan Wages. What's the hardest part of doing it by yourself while Andy's gone? Just experience everything by myself. I have to send him pictures or text him and tell him what happened, or, you know, send him a video, and that kind of makes me sad. Like, I wish he was here to see it with me, or like when he laughs and, you know, things that I can't, I don't know, I just wish he was here to see it all, but he'll be here soon, and he'll experience a whole lot, you know. But the first few moments are like when it was so hard at night, when I first had Griffin, and it was so hard to sit up. Like, I wished he was laying in the bed with me, you know, just things like that. But I made it. Heather H.E. Holt. When you saw Griffin for the first time, did he look how you imagined he would, or totally different? I honestly didn't know what he would look like. I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know. But when he came out, if you listen in the video, you could hear me in the back saying, oh my God, he looks like Skylie, because that is, I mean, and as soon as I said that, I started bawling. I was shocked. He looked just like Skylie, and he still favors her a little bit, but he looks like his own. I mean, he changes constantly. I'll look at him and see so much Skylie and so much Andy one minute and so much me, and it's just, he's constantly changing. Carrie Ann Beck said, do you think you'll want to go back to school, work, or do you think you'll change your mind and stay home with him? Love all your videos, especially your vlogs. You're such an inspiration for other military wives out there, such as myself. Thank you. I definitely will be doing the school thing, and I want to work, you know. We'll just have to see how it works out, especially because he's so young, and daycares just aren't good, especially around here, and it just makes me nervous, and I don't know. We'll just see. I'm taking it step by step, but I will be finishing school. But I'm really good at online school. Like, I'm disciplined, so I can do it. So I'll do that as much as I can. Miss LEC said, I know you're a military wife, therefore I want to know if you gave birth in a hospital on base. If so, what was your experience like? I did not. Actually, the base here does not deliver babies anymore. So, that wasn't an option. Felicia said, what has been the biggest adjustment for you since having Griffin? How do you manage a newborn, a toddler, and Blue, and still make time for yourself without having Andy around? You're such a strong and beautiful person, and I admire you so much. Love you, Lauren. Thank you so much. The biggest adjustment has been not being able to just like, okay, if you want to go and do something, you cannot just hop in the car and go. What do I need to bring? Has he eaten? Let me feed him before we go so that he won't be hungry, so that he'll fall asleep in the car. Planning all that out. Like, there's never just a let's go kind of thing unless I'm going to my mom's. Like, depending on that, sometimes I'll just get in the car and go because I do whatever at my mom's house. That's the biggest adjustment. How do I manage everything? I just adapt and overcome, I guess. I don't have a choice. That's what I tell myself. You know, I've got to make everything work. So I just get it all done. Bless you, baby. And make time for myself. Like I said, you just have to make it a priority or you'll lose your mind. Gwen Marie said, were you afraid of Skylie would handle not being the only baby anymore? Has she acted out? And how has it been for Skylie adjusting to her new baby brother? Congrats again. You're such a great mom to them both. Thank you. I kind of answered this the other question, but she has acted out. Like I said, she'll cry. She'll kind of like, when she knows she shouldn't be doing something, she kind of keeps doing it even though she knows better, just to kind of get my attention. But I think it'll be a lot better when Andy gets home. Monkey Bam 88 said, where do you find the energy strength to do it all? Are you and or baby on a schedule? I'm amazed on how you do everything all by yourself. Being a mommy myself, it's hard to watch you do it all. Seriously, a round of applause. Thank you so much. I've actually noticed us getting on a schedule kind of, which is nice. So I know, you know, when he wakes up, we kind of wake up mid-morning. We sleep in pretty good. He lets me sleep in. And then, you know, he usually takes a nap about 5 o'clock for 30-45 minutes. And then I got him going to sleep about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he stays asleep for like 4 hours. Then he wakes up and eats, you know. So we're kind of getting on a schedule. I didn't start doing that. It just happened that way. Yeah, it's working. And then, like I said, I just find the energy somewhere. God, I don't know if I'm running off fumes, adrenaline. I try to get as much sleep as I can. That's the best advice I can get you. Try to get as much sleep as you can. Pass XOX said, if you were to have a girl in the future, what are some names you would consider? Love you. Thank you. I really want a name if I have a little girl. As of now, and I've felt this way for a few years, I really want to have a girl and name her Brittany, after Brittany. And Andy knows this, and he actually likes the name Brittany. He doesn't like what I am naming it from, but he likes the name Brittany. I would spell it like Britney, and then I want the middle name to be Ann after my mom. My mom's name is Ann. I want to spell it with the E. My mom doesn't spell it with the E, but my sister's middle name is Ann, spelled with the E. And then my Aunt Barbara, who is, I love her to pieces, and she's close to Andy too, actually, now. Her middle name is Ann as well. So I love the name Brittany Ann Benet. I think that sounds so pretty. And that's like the girl name I'm set on. Lana Michelle XO said, how did you manage the first few weeks without Andy around? Did you have support at first, or did you handle the newborn at home yourself? What do you miss most about being pregnant? And do you have any advice for new or expecting mothers? By the way, Griffin is adorable. Thank you. My mom stayed with me for 2 weeks, which was amazing. She didn't really help me with the baby necessarily. She more helped me with Blue. She took him out in the middle of the night. She helped cook food, but I had so many people bring me dinner the first week. They brought me dinner and came and visited. Chelsea LH said, what prenatal vitamins would you recommend? I started using some from Target, and I can't remember what they were. It's because I already had them. They were 2 different ones you had to take, and I don't remember, but they came with DHA. Get some with DHA in it, but then I ended up getting some. My mom works at the health department, and so prenatals are expensive, and so they have them there, and she gave them to me. So those are the ones I used. Just some with DHA. Dang Gina said, how long does it take you and the kids to get to get ready to go somewhere? All of us, I would say maybe an hour and a half. I've got it set pretty good. I get Griffin changed at the last minute. I usually get Skylie changed and ready, let her watch TV, then I'll put my makeup on, get dressed, then change Griffin, and then head out the door. J Thompson 594 said, is there one baby item y'all just can't go without? I know my daughter loves her Added and Anais blankets. I love this thing right here. My aunt gave it to me for Christmas. I think it's from the Hallmark store. I'm not sure. But it's just like this stuffless stuffed animal. It's an elephant. And it's got a pocket in the back. You can keep extra passies. And then it's got this thing attached to it with the passy on it. I love this. I love his Wubbanub, which is also a passy holder. But this one's nice too because it's really big. And it, like, when I put him in the Bajorn, it sits behind him, and then this little thing reaches around and it puts in his mouth. So I love this. Ramona Lee said, how long do you plan on breastfeeding for? And also, do you feed and pump your breast? Love you and your videos, by the way. I plan on breastfeeding for a year. I do pump. I don't pump a lot, but that's just because it's so... every mom will tell you once you've been doing it for a while, you're just like, I don't want to pump. But I will be doing it more when we start really using the milk. I haven't been using it a whole lot, so when I start using it more, I will, though. Angel Danielle 123 said, what was the hardest part about bringing a new baby home by yourself? Do you think Griffin will automatically connect with Andy? I think he will. I told him, I was like, y'all just have to have skin-to-skin time, and he'll really connect with you that way. But I didn't come home alone. My mom came and stayed with me, and then when I came home from the hospital, my stepdad, my mom, my sister all came. So... and Skyly, so it wasn't by myself. Janessa Renault said, how do you shower with no one to watch the baby? I have the hardest time finding time in my day to take a shower. I have a hard time too, but I usually end up showering at night. I shower when he's asleep. So I'll have him like in his little bed or in the swing, and I'll take a shower. Aunt's Mommy CLA 12 said, how long will you breastfeed for? What are the must-have mommy things you recommend for new moms? So one of the things I know a lot of moms register for are boppies. I didn't use my boppy at first. So boppies are to help with breastfeeding partially. So I wanted one right away, but I didn't end up using it until he was closer to a month, and I sit him in it while I'm like, you know, he sits up like this, and I'll use it for tummy time and things like that. But I didn't use it for breastfeeding. It was actually really, what's the word? It was kind of annoying when it would come to breastfeeding. I just like to use a pillow to sit on my sides of my body. The boppy's nice now. Definitely get a swing or something like that you can set them in. Also, if you're going to breastfeed, get I think they're by Lancinol. I'll like insert a picture. You put them in your like sports bra or whatever, your nursing bra or anything like that, and it prevents like when you're leaking. I actually have been out for like 24 hours and I'm so annoyed. Like I need to get some. I wear them all the time. They just help you from leaking. They're like little mini pads, like little circle pads. And also, if you're going to breastfeed, get some gel pads for your nipples because they are going to hurt so bad. I've never felt any pain like that. I mean, I think it was worse. It was feeling that pain plus you're sore. It was just awful. Like the first week or two was just miserable as far as your body goes. But get some little gel pads to put on your nipples like right after you breastfeed. You keep them in the fridge and they're cold. You'll die over them. I remember the night that I told my mom, go to Walmart and get everything you can get for my boobs because I cannot do this. Like, it was miserable. Messer Shayla 23 said, how do you stay calm if you start to get frustrated? What are tricks you do? Just look at your baby in the eyes. Some moments I'm just like, what's wrong? Like, I don't understand. I have a millisecond where I think that way. But just look at your baby in the eyes and just be like, okay. They were so comfy in your womb. They were all cozied up inside of you. And you brought them into this big world and they've never seen or heard any of these sounds or any of these things in their life. And just like put yourself in their shoes and just look at them like, I love you so much. Like, I will do anything to make it okay, you know? You are their world. So just don't get mad at them. Don't get frustrated. You will get frustrating, but just look at them and just be like, okay. Jasmine Rogers said, what diaper bag do you use? And did you get any stretch marks? If not, what did you use? Love your YouTube channel and can't wait for your hubby to get back home to you and your family. Thank you, me either. I use a diaper bag. It's a Gray Coat diaper bag that I got off of Amazon, and it's a backpack, and I love it. It's so awesome. I've seen some really cute diaper bags, but when it comes to carrying a car seat and everything, it's so much easier if you just put a backpack on your back. So I love it. I'll link it down below if I can find it, but I got it off Amazon. I did not get any stretch marks. I mean, on my boobs, mainly from breastfeeding because they're constantly filling and then deflating, you know, and so, but I'm going to get some bio oil. I've heard that works awesome on stretch marks. Leisha 8 said, how was the first week of breastfeeding and the waking up every couple hours? The must-haves for breastfeeding, bras or shirts. Like I said, breastfeeding was awful at first. It was working, but it hurt so bad. And like I said, just get some gel pads, and that will, they give you some like Vaseline like cream to put on them, which you could use that too, but the gel pads were the stuff that did the trick for me. Get some sports bras. I got these like I have one on. I got these like low dip V sports bras by, I can't remember the brand, but I got them at TJ Maxx. Begins with the I believe. Those are amazing. Because you can literally just pop your boob out. I don't really wear my nursing bras ever. Get some. I usually wear a lot of tank tops, things I can just literally pop my boob out. I dress according to what's going to be easiest to breastfeed, honestly. And that was the thing that made it also hard was I was feeding him every 2 hours. And so every 2 hours I was going through this excruciating pain of him like feeling like my nipples were going to fall off, you know. And so you'll want to find something that's soothing and relaxing for you. Smooth C said, do you ever suffer with anxiety? I do. I self-medicate, I guess you could say. I just take a bath, or I work out, or I eat something really, really clean. I know it sounds crazy, but it makes me feel so much better. Danny Reed said, top 5 baby products you recommend for moms to put on their registry. Love you and your family. I can't wait to meet my baby in July. Put a pack and play, one that has a diaper changing thing on it. That's what I got. It's the Graco, whatever it is. It has a bassinet and a diaper changing thing on it, and it turns into a high pack and play and all that, and it comes with a noisemaker and all this other stuff. Get one of those. Put one of those on your registry. Put the diapers and the wipes that you want on your registry. Emily Allison asked a lot of questions, but one that she asked that wasn't answered was, or asked already, was any baby products you thought you would use but don't. Don't use the Boppy that much. Not like I thought I was going to. I don't use swaddle blankets that much like I thought I would. Griffin never really liked to be swaddled. He would like wiggle his arms out, and that was it. Probably those 2 things. And swaddle blankets are expensive. Jennifer Bolton said, did you tear when you had Griffin? Oh, tear. Did you tear when you had Griffin? I had a 2nd degree tear, right? Yeah. But I tore. He didn't have to cut me, is what he said. It was pretty miserable, but I knew a girl that had a baby. She had her baby probably a month before me or 2 months before me. And she did it all natural, and she had a 4th degree tear. Oh my God. If you don't know what that is, that's the worst. Hoop Gal 1 said, have you been working on tummy time? Does Griffin like it? Yes, you're supposed to be doing tummy time a lot at this age, so they can start practicing lifting up their head and everything. He has the strongest neck. Like, he lifts his head up. He lifted up the highest I've seen it this morning. We were actually on the phone with my mom, who's actually calling me right now. And he lifted it up so high. I usually lay him on my stomach, and he'll lift his head up a lot. I'll lay him. He doesn't really like to be on the bare ground, but I'll lay him on the Boppy, and he'll lift up that way. So I've been doing it that way. Belle Michelle said, do you have any tips, tricks on successful breastfeeding? I'm due March 11th, and that's probably the thing I stress about most is not successfully breastfeeding. You're truly an inspiration to me. Keep up the good work, Mama. Thank you. The breastfeeding thing, I wanted to breastfeed so badly, and I'm so glad I did. I was also nervous because I had breast augmentation, but I didn't have a problem. Just you have to power through it. If it hurts, it's only going to hurt for a few days, and your nipples will toughen up, is what they say. So when you feel like you're going to die, just keep doing it. It feels a lot longer than a week because you're feeding every 2 hours, but you'll get through it. Just power through it. It sucks, trust me. But I also reminded myself of all the people that have been there. You know, my mom, she only breastfed me, I think for what she said, like 2 weeks or something, and then she quit because it hurt so badly. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want him to eat formula, and I didn't have to buy formula or have to mix bottles. I can't imagine getting up in the middle of the night and having to feed him a bottle, like making a bottle. Oh. Thank you for farting in my video. You're so sweet. And that is as many of the questions I can answer. I tried to answer as many as I could. This has been such an exciting video. I hope I can help some of you guys out. If you do have any more questions, please leave them down below, and I will try to answer as many of them as possible. Or you can head over to my social media and ask me there. If you have any advice of your own for any mothers out there or new mommies, just leave your comments down below so people can see them. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like Q&As like this. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Do you want to tell the people bye-bye? This video was all about you. I couldn't have done this video without you. Boo-boo, is you being jealous? I think you're answering their question. I think you're answering somebody's question. You are being jealous. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Why are you trying to block the baby? Why are you trying to block the baby? This is my grandpa and my boo-boo. These are my baby boys. You were my first baby boy, boo-boo. Yes, you was. Oh, boo-boo. Come on. Bye.